Hey guys, thanks for clicking on this video, and as you can see from the title, we're going to talk about what I eat in a day to stay fat. So let me explain. I'm Moda Marie, by the way, and of course you could just call me Marie, but the point of this video is that I'm about to go on a fitness journey. So we all know fitness journeys take a while, but for the most part, I am going to start by doing 75 hard. That is a 75-day challenge, and if you're interested in more information about that, I have another video that I will be posting soon if it's not out already. So to start, I feel like everybody's start point is different. My current start point is like way down here. After the holidays, during the holidays, and even before. So honestly, for the past 4 or 5 months, I've been eating just straight trash. Like, I am an adult and I eat candy and pop and chips and everything that I should not be eating. The reason that I'm doing this video is, for one, hopefully it's relatable to someone, because when you see somebody starting their journey, it looks almost impossible to start to do what they're doing. It's kind of like, oh, well, good for them that they all of a sudden only drink water and whole foods. I can't do that right now because my body would freak out. That's basically what I say when I see somebody. You never know what somebody else's start point is. Somebody could have just been like, oh, I started to have a piece of cake once a week and now I need to clean up my diet. That's not the case for me. My case is way worse. So I want to have this video not only to make it relatable for you, but for myself, because we can get really hard on ourselves when we're trying to reach a goal and we rarely remember what our start is. So I want to be able to look back when I'm drinking, 48 ounces of water, when I know I should be drinking, a gallon or 96 ounces, whatever it is. I want to be able to look back at this video and realizing a few weeks ago, months ago, however long before, I was not drinking water at all. So the fact that I'm attempting to and I'm addressing that issue is always progress. The fact that maybe I did have pancakes one day, well, I'm not eating pancakes every day, which is normally what I do, or I'm not drinking pop the way I used to. Basically, this is a baseline. So, and it's also the way that I have gained quite a bit of weight over the past few years. And now I am on a journey to lose 40 pounds, hopefully within less than 6 months, but we'll talk about that in a different video. Today, we're talking about how I stay fat. So to start, I wanted to make this vlog style. I wanted to walk around and carry you with me when I went and made breakfast, lunch, dinner, between snacks, things like that. But what I found was that couldn't work because I was always bringing attention to what I was eating. So if I thought in my head, oh, you were hungry, you need a snack, and I go to pick up the camera, I realize, oh shit, you only ate 20 minutes ago. You just had breakfast. Why are you having a snack? So it was throwing me off. So in order to have made this as authentic as possible, I have some videos, but it's not like vlog style. So I have videos and pictures of the food, and we're just going to talk about it right here. So this was a weekend, and since a little bit before, I want to say early November, I've basically been going to breakfast or brunch almost every weekend, almost every Saturday and Sunday. My kids are older, and that's how I like to sit and connect with them. And for some reason, it just so happened that, one or both of them was available on the weekend. So I would always try to see them and go out for breakfast. So it sounds like so many excuses, but whatever, just hear me out. We listen and we don't judge, right? And then of course I have friends that we like to do brunch. It's winter, so it's one of the easiest things that you could just go out and do. So this is, I think it's basically just like an all-American breakfast. But one thing about me is I don't do plain pancakes or waffles. It's always a specialty waffle. I won't even go to a place that has regular pancakes. They have to be special. They have to have some kind of frosting or swirl or bananas and strawberries, something on them. So this was the all-American breakfast with hash browns, bacon. I think I had 3 or 4 slices of crispy bacon. It was delicious. The pancakes are a cinnamon roll, so that means cinnamon roll icing. Yeah, icing and syrup. I did not add syrup on top of that because it was already sweet enough. And unfortunately, after doing an elimination diet, I realized that I am allergic to eggs. It's a real bummer because especially when like I start my wellness journey and getting better and all that kind of stuff, eating eggs in the morning is like one of the healthiest, best things that you can do first thing in the morning. And unfortunately, I can't. So I ended up giving those eggs to somebody else. I didn't even bother to taste them because not that my throat closes up or anything, but I do get hives and itch and like it's bad. So I couldn't eat the eggs, which is why it makes it harder because having protein, enough protein in the morning has been pretty difficult. So that's breakfast. If I had to do a guess, I ate more than half of everything. If I were to just throw out a number, I'd say 600 calories. So what's not in this video is the latte that I had. So I always get whole milk, caramel, and vanilla latte. So that's and I drink the whole thing. That's probably at least 200 calories. So yeah, let's round this out to like 700 or 800 calories for breakfast. Hash browns are terrible for you. And those were like extra buttery. They were so good, but I know that's not good for me. So, all right, let's go ahead, and you would think we will move on to lunch. So part of my problem is I am insulin resistant. If you don't know what that is, basically my body does not respond to insulin the way that it should. Not that I'm diabetic. Problems with insulin resistance is kind of like a pre-marker that will eventually lead to being diabetic, but I don't have diabetes. But basically what happens is no matter what I eat, it could be protein rich, especially if it's carb rich, it's way worse. My insulin spikes, but then it crashes. And it crashes below where it's supposed to be. When that happens, my body basically freaks out and says, oh my God, we're gonna die. You need to have something sweet in order to bring your blood sugar levels up, which sucks because it means no matter what I eat, especially if it's a carb, because that makes it way worse. Bread, sweets, whatever. It makes me want more sweets right after. So on the drive home, I stopped at the gas station and I got these 3 things. This Alani Nu is my second favorite flavor. The first flavor is like a cherry slush. It's delicious. But I think that's 10 calories, energy drink. Like I said, I love candy. Sweet, sour candy. So these are super sour gushers, absolutely delicious. I've also been getting sunflower seeds because if I'm in a habit of just kind of mindlessly eating, I'd rather it being sunflower seeds than candy or chips. I feel like that's a little bit healthier. Not a lot because it's a bunch of fat still, but I mean, nuts, even though they're sunflower seeds, I don't think they're the healthiest nut out there for sure. But anyway, so I went and picked this up for snack. I drank the Alani Nu. I had a couple of the gushers. I didn't open the sunflower seeds yet. If I picked up my camera and just walked around with it, then I would be pre-thinking about what I was about to do. So I just took a picture kind of like after. But throughout the day, these are the 2 bags of chips that I started to eat and just kind of grab. I don't often. Those were 2 whole bags. And then by the middle of the day, yeah, this says like 3 o'clock. So by the middle of the day, this much of the bags were gone. And I buy this stuff because, not technically. I do have kids. And I always say, oh, the kids will eat them. My kids don't actually eat junk. They don't eat a lot of processed food. I'm just used to buying it from when they were younger. And honestly, I know it's just an excuse. So what ends up happening is I bring junk into the house, even junky cereal. They don't eat the crap. So I end up eating the chips. And these were on sale, unfortunately. It was like buy 2, get 2 free, which is 4 bags of junk that I just don't need. But yeah, so that's what I ate. Let's see, let's go on to lunch. Lunch was leftover pizza. I'm in Chicago, basically, not actually in Chicago in the suburbs, but still. So our pizza is really good. So I had a thin crust. I know the cheese looks a little burnt, but that's because I heated it up in the air fryer. The bottom of that was super crispy. This was a meat lover, so it was sausage, pepperoni, Canadian bacon, and I threw in some mushrooms, and then of course cheese on top. but I had 2 slices of those. I know pizza is like bad as far as calories. What we want to call that, 400 maybe for those, 400 calories for those 2. And then I didn't take a picture of it, but it's slightly in there. I had just half a Dr. Pepper. I prefer Dr. Pepper in like the fountain Dr. Pepper. I don't really care for it in the can, but that's what I had for lunch. And then throughout the day, I just ate the Gushers and had the chips. So throughout the day, I just had the Gushers and snacked on the chips. And then dinner. Oh, someone cooked dinner, which was great. So that means we didn't go out, and it was healthier. By the end of the day, I was like, can we eat something that's not fried? Because my body is like over it. So I had salmon and asparagus. But again, even if it's a healthier meal, my body does the up and the down, and the crash made me want churros. So I had churros, and I had them delivered, which is terrible. I actually paid a tip, no delivery fee, but I did pay a tip to have churros delivered because I thought everybody would want churros. But again, my kids don't eat it. So I passed them out to some neighbors because just to have them delivered, you have to get a certain amount. And I think it was a half a dozen, and they were really long. So I texted my neighbor next door, and I was like, hey, do your kids like churros? And I gave them 3 of them, and I had 3 in the house, and I ate 1.5 there. So for dinner, I went out to Texas Roadhouse and get my favorite meal there, and that is a 12-ounce ribeye, medium. I don't do medium rare. And I love their ribeyes. I don't really care for their sides. The mashed potatoes are good, and then they put this big blob of butter. I never really eat the corn. I've ordered just about everything that they have, including the sweet potato, and I just don't care for them. I ate all of my ribeye and most of my potatoes, and that blue drink you see in the back is I think it's called an Island Cooler, which is tequila and curacao and a bunch of other stuff. And then I got the kicker to go with it. And if you've ever been to a Texas Roadhouse, you know they have the absolute best biscuits, or buns, maybe they're called, like hot buns, I'm not sure, but they're delicious, and they come with a cinnamon butter. So I always stop myself at 2 because I want to make sure that I can eat my protein, which is still a ribeye, but that's fine. But yeah, so that's what I had for dinner. I figured the 2 drinks that I had for dessert, I don't think I had any additional dessert. So if we want to add all that up, I don't know, what's that, 2,500 calories, something like that. Awful. So that is what I have been eating in the day on average. And I know you might think that's extreme, but I'm probably missing a couple things. So as far as having a ribeye for dinner, I have that pretty often. Like I said, I go out to breakfast every weekend, and throughout the week, because I can't make eggs, I've been having a bagel or making my own pancakes at home, or having like the biscuits, the Pillsbury biscuits, so it's not any better. Pretty much that is an average day, Monday through Sunday. Unfortunately, it's gotten real extreme. So when I do 75 hard challenge, it's going to be a lot of fun to go through the sugar withdrawals for the first probably 2 weeks, but it's going to be worth it. So hopefully you eat a lot cleaner than I do. But like I said, I wanted to share this and make it relatable for anybody that is really struggling, because sometimes when you feel like things are so bad that they just can't get better, or it'll take too much effort to make it better, please tune in for my journey, because I am going to make this effort. That whole statement of being sick and tired of being sick and tired, I am there. My body is screaming and yelling at me to stop putting poison in it and to do a lot better. Besides, summer is right around the corner, and I plan on having a hot girl summer. So please comment down below if you plan on cleaning up your diet in 2025. Subscribe to the channel and make sure you like it, because I'm a small YouTuber and I'm trying to push my content out there. So it'll be highly appreciated. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.